Hello everybody and welcome back to the Brick Ninja. Today I'm going to be reviewing the LEGO Marvel The Infinity Saga set, War Machine Mech Armor. This set retails for $14.99 in the United States. It has 154 pieces. It is recommended for ages 6 plus and it is set number 76277. And this is a really awesome mech. It's honestly probably one of my favorite Marvel mechs that they've made, because this is really awesome and it's pretty much an extension of the character because of the way that this mech is designed and the fact that it is for War Machine. And I want to start on the back with this really awesome kind of like tube piece. It wraps around and it connects onto the middle portion right here, and that can just be taken off. And this is not a new Lego piece. This particular piece has been around in Lego for a long time, but at least as far as I'm aware, it is a little uncommon. So the fact that it's in a cheap set is really cool because it is a unique piece. And this mech has a printed tile. This is not a sticker, it's a print. And just like all the mechs, you have the little seat right here. This can come down and you can put your minifigure inside. And since this is War Machine and he's all about the weapons, you do have a few stud shooter blasters on both hands. You have two over here and one on this side. And if you don't know how a stud shooter works, what you do is you load in the stud and you press down on this little lever on the top and it shoots out the stud and you can have it firing away at the bad guys. And the legs are very stable most of the time because of this big cord piece and the fact that this mech is a little top heavy. The feet, like you just saw, it can have a bit of a hard time stabilizing backwards. And what I mean by that is it can like there, I just got it, like now it's standing up on its own. But if you're not able to get it in kind of this straight-ish position, it can sometimes have a tough time standing up straight with the legs. Just because, like you see here, even though it's standing up on its own, it is still leaning back. But that's kind of just the best way for it to stand up on its own. And it's not a bad way because from the front, it doesn't look like it's standing up on its own. So that's good. And for this mech, you also have these pieces used for fingers. These are what was used a lot of older mechs from several years ago, because recently we've been getting mechs with those new mech finger pieces, so it's cool to see them going back to some older parts. And you do also have these same parts up here where they can kind of go down and I guess act as more armor for the top. And the minifigure looks really awesome inside the mech because, like I said at the beginning, this is kind of an extension of the character. So you have the minifigure and it almost looks like that because obviously the minifigure is Rhodey in his armor. But when you do that, it almost looks like that this is his armor and that he's just in a more bulky War Machine suit. So that's really cool. And this is just overall a really awesome mech. And you do have this little part back here that clips on. There we go. And this just clips on. It's like a little container. You can have the little stud tiles back here and you can just load them up. And it's kind of a place where you can store them. And you can just attach this back onto this little clip right here. And then you can have those stored right there and ready to go whenever you want to use them. So that is the build for the War Machine Mech Armor. Here is the War Machine minifigure that comes in this set, and this is a really great minifigure. The printing on the torso and the legs is really awesome, and it is a little different from past War Machine minifigures. You have this little red centerpiece right here, which I guess is supposed to be the suit's arc reactor, probably. And there is back printing, some nice light gray printing for some of the back parts, along with dark gray. And overall, this is another really great example of a torso and leg print that continues downward, and there's not really too much of not difference, but there's not much of a difference between the printing of the legs and the torso. That's the best way I can think of to say that. And of course, he does have one face print, and he does come with a hairpiece in this set. And he does also, of course, have his helmet. And the helmet is really awesome. Instead of using the newer style Iron Man helmet from the past several years, this one uses the original style of Iron Man helmet from back in the like 2012 2013 time period, where you have this separate piece and then the mask is actually printed onto this piece, and it just attaches to the helmet so that it can actually raise up and you can see the face underneath without actually having to take the helmet off. So that is War Machine. So that is my review of the Lego Marvel The Infinity Saga set, War Machine Mech Armor. And this is a really good set. It's similar to the other mechs that Lego has done for Marvel over the past few years. And of course, that's by design, since it is a part of the small mech lineup of mechs. But this one is really great. It's you get a exclusive War Machine minifigure. This minifigure is exclusive to this set, and I feel like that we don't get a lot of War Machine in Lego from the Lego Marvel theme, so that's really good that not only is he fully represented here, but it's in a very cheap set, because this set does again retail for $15 here in the US. And it's also really interesting that this set is branded under the Infinity Saga, because while obviously the War Machine is a part of the MCU and an important character in the Infinity Saga, especially in movies like Avengers Endgame and Iron Man 3, but overall the character isn't in a whole lot of the Infinity Saga. Like James Rhodes is in several movies, but he's not the most important character. But it's still really great that even somebody that is a little bit of a side character can still get a lot of love from Lego. So I really hope to see more of War Machine in the future of Lego sets, because he is a very underrated character and underutilized character, at least in my opinion, in Marvel movies. So I hope that Lego does more with him in the future, and I highly recommend this set. It's very good. It's a nice addition to the mech lineup, and overall, it's just a really good way to get a great minifigure, which is the main reason why I bought this set, but the mech itself is really cool. So those are all my thoughts and opinions. Feel free to let me know yours down below in the comments section. And if you enjoyed this video, then make sure to smash that like button and hit subscribe to stay up to date with all the latest content from my channel. And as always, Ninja Go!